Lo, 'tis a gala night within the lonesome latter years. An angel throng, bewinged, bedight in veils, and drowned in tears, sit in a theater to see a play of hopes and fears, while the orchestra breathes fitfully the music of the spheres. Mimes in the form of God on high mutter and mumble low, and hither and thither fly. Mere puppets they, who come and go at bidding of vast formless things that shift the scenery to and fro, flapping from out their condor wings, invisible woe. That motley drama, oh be sure it shall not be forgot, with its phantom chased forevermore by a crowd that sees it not, through a circle that ever returneth in to the selfsame spot, and much of madness, and more of sin and horror, the soul of the plot. But see amid this mimic rout, a crawling shape intrude, a blood-red thing that writhes from out the scenic solitude. It writhes, with mortal pangs, the mimes become its food, and seraphs sob at vermin fangs and human gore imbued. Out to the lights, out all, and over each quivering form, the curtain, a funeral pall, comes down with the rush of a storm, while the angels, all pallid and wan, uprising, unveiling, affirm that the play is the tragedy Man, and its hero, the conqueror Worm.
After I moved here, Wendell and I, after we moved here, we called our friend Caleb, and we said, Caleb, we've moved to this very interesting little town, and we think we might open a theater. Why don't you come check it out? So Caleb has now moved here. Caleb is an incredible puppeteer that we've known for many, many years. He's worked with everybody from, the handsome people, Bill Baird. He studied under Bill Baird, and he's just an incredible puppeteer. You may have seen his puppets in the showcase downstairs. And so, here's Caleb doing a piece for you. Are y'all set back there?
Yes.
Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Caleb Fullam doing The Ballad of Harry.
I adored a boy named Harry, so blind was I begged to marry. Harry thought I was a fool. My priest agreed it's impossible. It would be a sacrilege, a mockery of love's privilege. So Harry, full of piety, of the youthful pure variety, one day attempted to escape. I caught him near the garden gate. Oh no, Harry, I hadn't had enough. Oh no, Harry. So I just had him stuffed. Harry with his rosy chin, his lips affixed in a permanent grin, is resting on the breast that needs him. Oh! And I never have to feed him. By love transformed, I am forever warned. Oh yes, Harry, nearby to be kissed. Oh yes, thanks to the taxidermist. My passion was extravagant. I was trapped It is my fashion to be adamant. Now I'm enwrapped. Harry with his knobby knees and my excessive tendencies. Like tragic moth and noble flame, neither one was to blame. He flaunted his views so carelessly. It really looks much better on me. Oh no, Harry, I hadn't had enough. Oh no, Harry, you're even better stuffed. Oh yes, Harry, my stylish paramour. Oh yes, Harry, to be well-dressed is to be sure. La 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 la. Aubrey Beardsley is best known for his bold black and white drawings filled with strange and wonderful beings. For a brief period in the last decade of the 19th century, he was the rage or scourge, depending on your viewpoint, of modern English art. He was astonishingly productive during his 5 years as a working artist until he succumbed to tuberculosis before the age of 26. Before his first important commission, he was working as a clerk in an insurance office. This letter to an old schoolmaster describes a decisive event. The date, 13 July, 1891. My dear Mr. King, I do not believe I can have written to you in a long time, since I've done very little. But yesterday, Sunday, I and my sister Mabel went to see the studio of Burne-Jones. As I had heard that admittance might begin to see the pictures by sending in one's visiting card. When we arrived, however, we were told that the studio had not been open for some years and that we could not see Mr. Burne-Jones without a special appointment. So we left somewhat disconsolately. I had hardly turned the corner when I heard a quick step behind me and a voice which said,
"Pray come back. I could not let you leave without seeing the pictures after journeying on such a hot day."
It was the voice of Burne-Jones, who escorted us back to his house, took us into the studio, showing and explaining everything. His kindness was wonderful, as we were perfect strangers, he not even knowing our names. By the merest chance, I happened to have some of my best drawings with me. And I asked him to look at them and give me his opinion. I can tell you it was an exciting moment when he first opened my portfolio and looked at the first drawing. Saint Veronica on the evening of Good Friday. Dante at the court of Can Grande della Scala. After he had examined them for a few minutes, he exclaimed,
"There is no doubt about your gift. You will most assuredly paint many great and beautiful pictures."
Then, as he continued looking through the rest of them, Notre Dame de la Lune, Dante designing an angel, Insomnia, Postmortem, Lady Hero, etc., etc., he said,
"Each are filled with thought, poetry, and imagination. Nature has given you every gift to become a great artist. I seldom or never recommend anyone take art as a profession, but in your case I can do no less."
And all this from the greatest living artist in Europe. Afterwards, we returned to the lawn. and had afternoon tea. Mrs. Burne-Jones is very charming. The Oscar Wildes and several others were there. All congratulated me on my success as
Mr. Burne-Jones is a very severe critic.
during tea, BJ spoke to me about art training.
I will,
He said,
immediately find the best school for you, where 2 hours daily study should be quite sufficient. Study hard, you have plenty of time.
after some more praise and criticism, I left feeling, in the words of Rossetti, a different critter. We came home with the Oscar Wildes, charming people. I feel now doubly how helpful and beneficent your kindness to me at school has proved. If I ever succeed, it is very, very much owing to you. At a time when everybody snubbed me, you kept me in some sort of conceit with myself. I shall never forget our evenings together in the old room. One day they may bear real good fruit. I am now 18 years old, with a vile constitution, a sallow face, and sunken eyes, long red hair, a shuffling gait, and a stoop. The drawings I showed Burne-Jones were those done within the last few weeks, as prior to that, I don't think I put pencil to paper for a good year. In vain I tried to crush it out of me, but that drawing faculty would come uppermost. So I submit to the inevitable. I am your very affectionate pupil, Aubrey Vincent Beardsley. Please excuse this wordy long letter.
Wow, fabulous. Caleb Fullam. Your local puppeteer.